When am my baby? Ungowami. Uyadige nami. Ingowakho. Mangibuke ebusweni. Uyangikaza.
I met Tembelihle Mota. Well, I had seen her before I met her. I had seen her perhaps 3 times.
So the first time I saw her,
I was in a combi. It was moving.
I was headed to Pine Valley.
And she was crossing the road from the bus rank.
And when I saw her, she was by herself.
I couldn't believe, how beautiful this girl was. I'd never seen any person like her in my life, and I actually
couldn't believe it. What I saw was real.
And then the second time
was at the mall,
just by that small bridge that connects the old mall to the new one. And so I was crossing to the other side, and she was crossing to the other side as well. And we crossed each other, and that's when I confirmed, good to know, yes, this is a person indeed. This is a human, and yes, she is as beautiful as I saw her. Really,
We met at Checkers, even though as Kulmang, we met there. And then I think 3 years later, we met in town at a place called Finesse. We started a conversation, we just hit it off from the conversation. It was on.
And then the third time was
at Checkers.
I was walking with a friend, and she was walking
with a dude,
whom I may presume was
perhaps
vying for her affections.
And so we crossed
each other, and that's when we made
a connection. Like this one, it was, direct, and it was sustained. And in that moment, we had an entire conversation. We were like, all right, we're gonna be together, just with our eyes. And so we passed each other, and then I think about 500 meters from where we had made that eye connection, I turned back, and then she turned back, and then it was like, yes, our agreement stands. And so after that, our first time speaking was at Finesse.
Well, we had a date late, I think on Valentine's. The first date was on Valentine's. Yeah, and then, that's pretty much it. I thought, that's what I thought at first. And then when we started speaking, I realized he's actually a nice person. Then, I think it's I think blow. Yeah, he was always quiet, with his friends at the corner, no girls around him, So I think that caught my attention.
Finesse used to be like a really great spot at the
time, and so you'd expect really cool people to be there, and it just so happened she was there. And so when we spoke for the first time, we found that
almost everything
each of us liked, the other one did. It got to a point where we were even reciting lyrics to a certain song together.
And I mean, we just knew.
We just knew it didn't have to be articulated in words. We just knew,
We love each other. We are going to
love each other, and we're going to spend the rest of our lives together.
Yeah. When are you most in love with me?
Every day, all the time. Yeah, even in my dreams. Yeah. Yep. That's when.
Yeah, I'm always in love with you. Yeah. Even when we're arguing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you pick another one, eh?
Am I yours?
Oh, of course. Yeah, bro. Obvious. It's solid. Yeah.
Nami, I am yours. Even though sometimes when we're being affectionate, there's a small person in between us that's separates us, who feels like we belong to him separately, you know.
Yeah.
But I am yours.
Yes. My turn. What is more important, sexual or emotional compatibility?
I would lean towards emotional,
Okay.
but you know, I believe they're both important, but I will slightly lean towards emotional.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I think emotions are more important, like they cover the whole basics needed for boba sexual. So yeah. Yeah.
Oh, is it my, no?
It's yours.
Yep.
No, you read it then.
Are you happy with the intimacy that we share?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I think if I wasn't, I wouldn't be here. Yeah. So yeah, it's been good.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
100.
Yeah, I am too. I'm beyond happy with the intimacy that we share. You know, and I don't think really I have an intimacy at this level with any other person. You know, yeah.
Okay. How many are we doing? 5.
I think 5, yeah.
The last one.
Yeah.
This is the last one.
Yeah.
How do you show love for each other? I think it's important between being there for each other, supporting each other, you know, being there for each other. I think
Yeah.
shows love, you know, being romantic.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I share the exact thoughts, you know, that emotional, psychological support, especially the one that you've extended to me, Jeff, has shown me how much you love me, and even our romance, the intimacy that we have, you know, and even the energy that we have, the chemistry, the electricity, would say we harness it and recognize it, and also you know how we have this goal of making it work. Yeah, but even when it's difficult or even when it seems, yeah, but everything is just conspiring to break us apart. Yeah, but all these elements lesihlangana now as a couple, but nje we always have that mutual goal. We're going to overcome this and to cross on this on that other side together.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah. Another one. Was it me or you?
I
It
think
was
it's
you.
me. Do you see our love lasting?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Chill death, Baba.
No, no,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's just
Yeah.
yeah, it goes without saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Sue.
Yeah. My turn. When we got together, it was tricky fitting me into your life. Was it?
When we got together,
Was it tricky fitting me into your life?
not so much, you know. I think you kind of made my life fit together, you know. Yeah, you're kind of set to to bringing together my life. Yeah, born. And I think yeah, it's the best decision I've made really to include you in my life, to have you be the boss. Yeah. The manager, the CEO. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like things kind of fell into place, you know. It still falls into place. I think things work together, like work out when we're together. Like I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
because
was-
we're a boss team.
You know?
Yeah. Boss team.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Your turn.
What is the greatest thing you have ever overcome in this relationship?
What is it? I think we've been through so much, so I don't know which one is very specific. Which one?
I would say, from my side, it's financial instability. Yeah, but I still haven't fully grasped how you've been able to put up and stay with an artist in Eswatini. You know, given the mind that you have, given the goals that you have for yourself, and given the beauty that you have inside and out, it would have been simple for you to get like, you know, a super rich guy who would still love you, you know what I mean? But, you know, you have weathered the storms and, you know, kept me with the eye on the prize. Yeah, but I would say this is just going to be part of our journey, but will not just you by yourself. Nami, I'll be good, baby, and we're gonna be all right. You know, so I think that's the biggest one, really, that could have just disintegrated us.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Okay. I should pick one.
Oh yeah.
Is it That's me this time. I need to answer.
Oh,
Biggest. I think my biggest was, you know, trying to put this third person into our lives. Yeah, but we'll see how do we make space for him, you know, because being so long tried it's just us, yeah, and then there's this little guy who's demanding attention and being a menace, yeah. So I think my was, you know, challenge being like, yeah, just making that work, yeah. So yeah. Okay, if we could recreate one day from our relationship, what would it be? Recreate one day. Recreate which one? Which one would you recreate?
The one that pops to my mind really is that night at Finesse when we spoke for the first time.
Oh yeah.
And the other one is
Checkers.
The Checkers one.
Yeah, I'd recreate that one.
Whoa. Like that moment.
That moment was precious.
Yeah, precious.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say one day. The other one would be the date, the Valentine's date that we had, like that first date when you were in the turquoise dress, which had the gold detail, were in the front, and then it would be definitely the 22nd of August 2017. I know not so much for you because you know you were in labor, but you know when umuntu who was an amalgam of both of us came into the world, it was like, you know,
meeting him for the first time. Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah. So yeah.
How about you?
Oh, people live to Checkers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. Which one? I think also you're right. Their mom, it's very important. Yeah, but like there's so many moments. Ekhuleni kwakhe nje la ongafisa kwabuyisela emuva. Yabo. You know. So yeah. Yeah. Was it this one?
Do you feel pressure to make our love work?
No. I think it works out. We're both invested. Yeah. So there's no need to, like, you know. But what do you think?
Yeah, Nami, I don't feel the pressure to make it work. Like you're saying, you know, it just kind of works, even at times when it seems stabene and this is like the end of things. But you know, inside I know we're going to solve it. We're going to you know, and so we are just stronger, you know. So
yeah, kind of learn from each fight anyway. So yeah, sometimes we're in it. Look at your partner and say how positively they affect your life. You first.
Just say those words like, you affect my life positively, or you affect my life positively in this and that way. Which one do you think is closer?
in this and that way.
All right. I mean, number one, you affect my life positively by existing, yabona, by being present, yabona, by teaching me things, indlela yokuphila, yabona, by making me understand how things work, how relationships work. I learned so much from you, lengikhona ukuthi ngikhona navigate the outside world, about other social spaces, also really the support that you give me is very important to me, and the confidence that you give me, because when you step out the house, there's just people always trying to, down press a man, but just I would say, I don't need to impress anyone but you and Momo, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm glad that you create that feeling in me,
Yeah, I think on my side, like the push that you give me will really do better, like read, the love, the support, the care. I think those are pretty much, it's pretty much it, yeah.
And the jokes and the laughs that we have. I feel like we're the only people that get each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was it you or me?
It's your turn.
Okay. Look at your partner and share a moment or special. Let's try this again. Look at your partner and share a moment or something they did to make you feel extremely special.
A moment.
Okay, while you
wait.
Okay.
What's that day? Like when you complain, my nurses go see they don't wanna let you in to spawn. You're making a fuss about it, until Bazaba's keep it, So yeah, that was a special moment. Yeah, I can say.
Yeah, the special moment was awkward.
Where?
It was on Valentine's,
What
and
happened?
you were studying an essay. And so I was here in Swaziland, Eswatini, and I made the trip to SA, to where you were, just so I could spend Valentine's with you. And when I got to the house, there was no electricity, and you were just on the floor, and there were candles, and the food was on the floor, and like when I'm Swazi, and it's like, hey, what happened here? Except because, I just paid for the electricity, and then how? Hey, kudla, sesidlela phansi. Kanti kulingana ekhaya. And then you were like, dummy, it's Valentine's, a candlelit dinner. And I was like, oh shit, sorry, my bad.
And it's like, okay, why didn't you get other candles, like these candles, these fancy candles?
But that made me feel real special, even though I was.
You blew it.
Yeah,
you literally blew that one. Yeah. Hey. If you could go back in time and change something different in our relationship, what would it be?
In our relationship?
Yeah. I don't think I would, because I think everything that's happened, you know, we've grown, you know, it's led us to where we are now, you know. You know, everything's important that we've been through. Sometimes it's not necessary, but, you know, it's taken us to where we are now.
Yeah. Definitely, in the relationship, I don't see anything vele, because vele isiphelo kulesinako nyalo tonke letinto in fact isiphelo kulesinako tingetile kiko futhi tiyakhulisa, you know, and naloku lokuncishisiwe bekungilokhu vele lokudzinga kuphume yabo, so no.
Yeah, I think we agree on that one. Yeah. Honey, still, after 8 years, I still love you and I'm happy to be with you. We've been through a lot together, but I wouldn't change a thing. We've grown together and we're growing together, and I hope we grow all together. You've been my light, my rock, and my comfort. Wow. Truly. Wow. When I see our son, I see so much of him in you. I'm lucky to be raising him with you. I'm also happy for that lucky lady who's gonna have him one day, you know. You know, because we put so much energy into him, you know. I gave up just body but plus he's smart. I thank you for being patient, loving and caring and pushing me even when I complain sometimes. I love you. I love loving you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dear Magemot, I love you. And I am still insanely in love with you. In truth, in all our 8 wonderful years together, my love for you has grown and blossomed, just as the beautiful flower that you are. You are my twin soul. From interests to fashion, to music, to passions, and to happiness. To this day, I can't believe that you are mine. Sometimes I feel like I stole God's wife from him. Ungiphe impilo. Lapho khona ngangaboni ukuthi impilo ngeyani. Ungiphe lithando. Wabuye wangipha nembaniselo ngomphana lomuhle. Ngiyakubonga Mvulane, Ndvukulensha. I have learned so much from you. Love, patience, compassion, kindness, and the art of argument. I am eternally grateful to you for choosing to share your heart, your love, and your life with me.
Ladies first on it.
Oh, of course, yes.
Ooh, chocolates.
Wow.
Ooh.
Bath bomb.
Yeah. Chocolates.
I wish they were ours. But when we get to the house, they'll be taken by someone else.
Sour lip soup. Sour lip soup.
Maya siyabonga.
Siyabonga kakhulu.
Kakhulu. Eswatini TV.
Yes.
When am I baby? Ungowami. Uyatige nami. Ingowakho. yakho mangibuke ebusweni uyangikaza